introduction to the formation of chemical bond, my dear friends, and hence structure, bonding and properties. There are three types: metal, metal and non-metal, and non-metals. Metallic bond, ionic bond, and covalent bond are the important chemical bonds what we are discussing today. Well, the ionic bond is electron transfers of electrons. So just recollect the memory of ionic bond. And today is covalent bond, that is sharing between the two atoms, ions or molecules. The sharing of the two atoms, polar covalent bonds, polar and covalent bonds, non-polar. Polar and non-polar. Very important is that what is meant by polarity and what is meant by non-polarity. Polarity is nothing but the developed small positive charge and small negative charge between the unequal sharing of electrons. That is unequal sharing of electrons. There is an equal sharing of electrons in case of non-polar covalent bond. There is an unequal sharing of electrons between the polar, unequal sharing of the electrons. Therefore, equal sharing of electrons in the non-polar, but unequal sharing of electrons is polar. That is the polarity. Polarity means the charges of equal charges in between two electrons. Suppose there is a different types of molecules or charges or ions, there will be a different charge. The amount of charge differs. Therefore, they are unequal sharing of electrons. This is the study of polar covalent bond. But in case of ionic bond, there is no clearing of electrons. Only the transferring of electrons will take place. Very important concept. Try to remember, my dear friends, this is very important. Polarity and non-polarity. Well, in this class today, chemistry, that is physical chemistry, nature of chemical bond and the formation of covalent bonds. The important thing is that, during the sharing of electrons located in the space between the two nuclei are called bonding electrons. What are bonding electrons? There are some sort of electrons in between the space. The bonded pair is the glue that holds the atoms together in molecular units. Well, explain the formation of chemical bond. According to Causel and Lewis, the two great persons, two great scientists, Causel 1888 to 1956 and Mr. Gilbert N. Lewis 1875 to 1946, these two scientists are responsible for the explanation of the formation of chemical bond. Poisson's rule is also important. This is a rule that every ionic bond, there is always some percentage covalent character. That's covalent, that is anion and cations, positively charged ion and negatively charged ion. The polarizing power increases and thus the covalent character increases. Similarly for anion, if its charge is higher and size is also larger, then the polarizability, that is, increases and thus the covalent character increases. It is nothing but the covalent character increases when the different types of charges combines together during the formation of a chemical bond. For example, hydrogen combines with hydrogen. Hydrogen atom combines with hydrogen atom. Here, the sharing of electrons taking place between the two atoms of hydrogen gives hydrogen molecule. That's why the bond between the hydrogen and hydrogen atom is nothing but covalent bond, because sharing of electrons. Thank you. Thank you.